Good morning, Year 5. It's Miss Biggs here, ready for your Wednesday lesson. Can you please record today's date and learning objective in your book and underline it like shown. Then, as normal, do your flashback for 4 questions. Number 1, calculate 45 divided by 3. That's sharing it into 3 equal groups. Multiply, that means times 3 by 13. Number 3, compare using our symbols what 4 times 10, work it out, and 8 times 5, work it out, which symbol goes between. Number 4, what is 100 more than 500? Don't forget to try your time question. Pause, and when you're ready, come back. Mark your answers, and I've shown with some methods how you can check if you did it correctly. On to our lesson for today. Today we're looking at dividing 2-digit numbers by 1 digit. This is our 3rd lesson looking at this skill, but we're going to extend into looking at when we have bits left over. Let's begin with this lesson today. As always, we begin by looking at some skills we're going to need. Let's have a go at these. Circle the multiples of 10. Have a think, what do numbers in our 10 times table always end in? Let's check your answers. So the answers are 120, 30 and 80. They all end in 0. On number 2, here are 20 cubes. As you can see, we've grouped them into groups of 4. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 4. If I use those same cubes, how many groups of 3 could I make from 20 cubes? Pause and have a go. You should have found that when we do that, we have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, and there are 2 cubes left over, or as we say, remaining. So there are 6 groups, and there are 2 cubes remaining. We're going to use these skills in our learning today. Let's learn. Mo has 9 lolly sticks. He arranges his sticks to make triangles. Remember, a triangle has 3 sides. Let's have a look what he did. He's taken those 9 lolly sticks and he's made 3 triangles. Each triangle uses 3 sticks. So Mo can make 3 triangles with his 9 sticks, with none left over. 9 can be shared into 3 groups of 3. We record that as 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Mo still has 9 lolly sticks, but this time, what if Mo used his sticks to make squares? Think how many sides a square has. That's right, it has 4 sides. Let's look. Each square uses 4 sticks. Mo can make 2 whole squares with those 9 sticks, but he will have 1 stick remaining. We record that as 9 shared between 4 is equal to 2 whole squares with a remainder of 1 stick. What if Mo had 19 lolly sticks? How many squares could he make? How many triangles could he make? How many sticks will be remaining each time? I'd like you to pause the video, please, and have a go at drawing that. Just using 19 sticks, how many could he make? When you're ready, replay and we'll look at your answers. You should have found that he can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whole triangles, and he will have 1 lolly stick remaining. we would record that as 19 lolly sticks shared into groups of 3 is equal to 6 whole triangles with a remainder of 1 lolly stick. You should have found that he can make 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, and he will have 3 sticks remaining. We would record that as 19 sticks shared into groups of 4, means you can have 4 squares with a remainder of 3 lolly sticks. We record a remainder with a little r for remainder. I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at the questions 1 to 3 on your worksheet, please. Let's have a look then. Moving on. 25 divided by 3. Let's have a go at that question. So here we've got Dora and Mo. Have a look. What's the same and what is different about their methods? They've both used a number line, but they've done it in a different way. So let's have a look first at Dora's method. Dora has drawn a number line from 0 to 25 because we're dividing the 25 into groups of 3. She's counting on from the 0 in groups of 3, so she adds 3 each time, and underneath she writes where she lands. She adds another 3, another one, another one, and she keeps adding on 3 until she gets as close as she can to 25. The closest she can get is 24. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps. So that fits in 8 whole times. But as you can see, to get from 24 to 25, she's got 1 left over that doesn't fit into a group. So it's 8 with a remainder of 1. Let's check out Mo's method. He's still drawn a number line from 0 to 25, but he's going to count back in groups of 3. So he takes away 3, and underneath he writes where he lands. And he continues to take away 3 and write down where he lands each time. Now, as you can see, he lands on 1, but we can't take any more groups of 3. Count his groups, and you should find that he also had 8 groups and he landed on 1, which is the remainder. Let's try this one, please. I'd like you to pause and have a go at this one. This time you're counting in groups of 4. Try both methods. Try Dora's method from counting up from 0, and try Mo's method counting back from 25, but this time in groups of 4. Welcome back. Let's have a go at those methods. First, let's try Dora's method of counting on. This time we're counting on in groups of 4, and we write down where we land. Check your answer. Did you do it correctly? Did you count on correctly in groups of 4? You should have landed on 24, and there were 6 jumps. There is a distance of 1 to get to the 25, so there are 6 whole jumps with a remainder of 1. Let's have a look at Mo's method. It's still a number line up to 25, but he's counting back in groups of 4 and writing down where he lands. Did you land on the right number each time? You should find that you have 1 left over at the end, and we circle that because that is the remainder. He still has 6 jumps and he lands on 1, which is the remainder. Which method do you prefer? I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at those questions. Have a look carefully at how to lay out your questions in your book. So you would record your ideas, show how you work it out, and write your answers, writing neatly. You can pause the video to see how to do it. Have a look at number 4. This is how you could record it in your book. If you're doing jumps of 4, you could use 4 squares to show each jump back and show where you land. Write your sentence using the method that we've looked at. When you're ready, come back. Let's have a look at the next section. Now we've done looking at grouping. What about if we share the things? So here are 13 cakes and they're shared equally between 4 plates. So let's have a look at sharing those out equally. We take 4 and put 1 on each plate. We take another 4 and put 1 on each plate. Take another 4 and put 1 on each plate. And you should see we've got 1 left over. So for this one, we've got 3 cakes on each plate. So 13 shared between 4 plates means there are 3 on each plate with a remainder of 1 up here. Let's have a look at this question. 13 shared between, not sure how many, but we know the answer is that there will be 6 in each group with a remainder of 1. First step, draw the 13 and then get this 1 remainder and move it to one side. That's our remainder 1. We can see we've been left with 12. We now need to put them into groups of 6, like this. Can you see now how many groups it was shared into? That's right, 1, 2. So 13 divided by 2 is equal to 6 in each group with a remainder of 1 that won't fit in. You try. 13 divided by a number is 2, remainder 3. First step, draw your 13. How many do I need to put to one side? That's right. Let's have a move of those 3 and push them over to one side. How many this time in each group of the ones that are left? Circle them. It should look like this. Now count how many groups you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we put the 5. 13 shared into 5 groups means that you have 2 in each group and you have 3 that don't fit inside. Now I'd like to look at this one, much bigger number, 73 divided by 3. Let's draw it this time using our place value counters. We've got 7 tens, that's 70, and 3 ones, 73 altogether. Now we're going to use our place value chart to help us. Let's have a go. We've got 3 rows because we're dividing by 3. Let's share them out equally. We can move 2 into each row from our tens, but this one won't fit equally. We now need to exchange that for 10 ones. Let's do that. Here's our 10 ones and the 3 we already had. Now we need to share them equally. You should see that we can have 4 on each of the 3 rows. Now in each row we've got 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So therefore the answer is 24 on each row, and don't forget this one because that is our remainder. Use this method on the questions where it asks you to. Pause and have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet. Here's an example of how you can do that with number 6 to help you. Pause the video and use it, helping you to organise your work in your book. When you have done, well done, and we'll look at the next bit of learning tomorrow. Goodbye.